Hey Flosstube, it's Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. This is my third introduction, and it's simply because I'm having technology issues, and it's not the technology, it's me. So, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Today is September 8th, and this is Flosstube video 30-something. I did not check to see what number it is, but welcome to my channel if you're new. And for all my friends who have been here for this crazy ride, I think it's been over 2 years, and I missed my Flosstube anniversary. I just went right on by it. But thanks for sticking with me. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some shout outs. I have not been faithful about shouting people out, and I tend to watch videos, listen on my way into work, on my way home, and then I watch and while I'm stitching at the end of the day. Sometimes it's not until late at night. So longer videos, I might pick and choose the segments that I watch. I don't usually watch it on 1.5 speed. I usually just watch it on regular speed. But lately I have watched Rara's Realm, and I believe her name's Rachel. She is from New Zealand. So she's a Kiwi Flosstuber, she said. And she is mega into samplers. She loves samplers. And so if you enjoy samplers, go check her channel out, and I will link her below. I've also watched Erin, 2 Martini Stitcher. She's a fellow Washingtonian, and I met Erin at the most recent Flosstube meetup or stitching meetup first Thursday at Acorns and Threads. She's pretty funny, and she's just getting back into stitching like a lot of us, and so she's catching up, rebuilding her stash, and discovering all the new things. Stitching with my bestie, Gina and Tina. These girls are a riot. I love their energy. They're a blessing to watch. They already have a blooper reel. I can't believe it. So they're fantastic. Stitching with the Waves, Jennifer. She like holds it up and like a sampler that's this big, because she stitches it over one on a reasonably high thread count fabric, and it's like everything is it's like doll size. It's perfect. So if you enjoy it, it's very intriguing to me. So I'm fascinated with her channel. Go check her Jennifer out. Stephanie from Stitch Goes My Heart. She was part of Pixie Stitches? She and Wendy had a Flosstube video together, and then they now each have their own individual channels. Stephanie's a sweetheart. She's also a Pac Northwest Stitcher and goes to First Thursday meetup at Acorns and Threads. Amanda she's Lucky Chance Stitcher. I don't know where Amanda's from. Sorry, Amanda, I didn't take very good notes. But she stitches Mirabilias, and she shows a lot of finishes from previous years, and they're gorgeous. So if you enjoy Mirabilias, go check her channel out. And then Brenda and the Serial Starter, who is Brenda Sampler Stitcher on Instagram, and Laura Modern Mozart on Instagram. Those two are a pair. They're funny. And so what I didn't know until I watched Carol Saltbox Stitcher's most recent video, Laura, is that it's a rule to have a sampling of Memories jewelry on your thread for your projects. So I'm glad to be compliant with the rules. I think I have 2 of these, so they have to share their project love. And then the last one I have for today is I just watched Christy Stitches. That girl, she's busy. She's got 9 kids, and she homeschools them. So all the blessings to you. You have done the thing that I absolutely couldn't do. I have 4 kids, and 4 kids in 5 years, and I went to work to get a break. I'm going to say I loved having my kids. I love my boys, but homeschooling, you are special people in my heart. So I enjoyed watching her channel, and she shows a lot of finished items. I was like, wow, it was eye candy the whole time she was showing all of her finished items. They're gorgeous. So check her out, and I will link her below as well. Okay, so on Thursday, I took the day off from work and went down to Acorns and Threads for her first Thursday meetup. And it's so fun to watch this little, I think back at the first time we met, it was Audrey Stitchy Witch 42, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and Linda Jo Pretty Southern and I. And we just networked. We just reached out to each other and said, would you like to get together? Because you know what? I was watching the Georgia Stitchers, and at that time they were meeting up, and I was feeling a little bit like left out. Like, I need some girlfriends here, some stitchy friends. And so it just started as this little 4-person meetup, and it's grown. And there were over 20 stitchers. I want to say somebody said there was 24. I didn't count. It was so full. We added tables and people brought chairs, and some people stood up and stitched, and it was so much fun. It was worth taking the day off, even though I had to work extra when I got back. But I enjoyed it a lot. And who was there? Audrey was there, and Michelle was there. Stephanie was there. Wendy was there. Lori Textilist came. And so I sat next, and Daylene, so grateful. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. So I sat next to Jamie. She's CricketBug33 on Instagram, and Erin from Two Martini Stitcher, and her friend Carrie. We kind of sat at the end of the table, and then Wendy sat next to Jamie, and then Lori. So then it was sort of like Thanksgiving, where the table just gets longer and longer, right? And you look down, and it's a bountiful harvest, and it was amazing. So I am going to have a stitch day at my house up in Washington. If you're a Washington stitcher and you'd like to come, just send me a message. But on the Pacific Northwest Stitchers page, I put an event in there, and it's the last weekend in September. It's that Saturday. So more of this, right? Make it happen in your area. Reach out and find people. We're not alone. It feels like it, but we're not alone. Let's see. So let me show you some whips. Actually, I'm going to show you a finish. I don't think I showed this in the last video, but this is Stacy Nash. Let's meet at the garden gate. It's all wrinkled for you, but don't you love those colors? These are so me, these colors. Now, Stacy Nash finishes this into a pillow, and she uses antiquing stuff. So I bought some antiquing stuff. And this might be like walnut crystals. That's probably what it is. I got this from the Cottage Needle on Etsy. And this is by Primitive Gatherings Instant Antique. Okay, so what I'm not going to do is just spray the whole piece down with this. So I posted on Instagram, and someone asked if I would include you in that journey of how to do this. I'm nervous, y'all, because I love that piece, but it does... I would darken this up, and the Country Sampler, that's how they make their finished pieces a little more primitive. So what I will probably do is make the finished pillow, and then when I cut the excess, I'm going to practice. I don't know if I'll get it wet first or if I'll just dry brush it on. I'll probably spray it and use some sort of a brush to brush it on so it's a little more controlled than just letting it have it with the antiquing. And I believe the gal who does the stitch models for Country Sampler does it that way. She paints it on. So we're going to try it. Hopefully I'm not crying during the video, but we're going to give it a try. And it might be next weekend when I do that one. So when I went to Acorns and Threads, I was hoping to work on Blackbird Designs. Oops, kind of move my stuff around here. Christmas Garden. This is where I am so far. Oops, let me go ahead and move this down. And I just love stitching on this. I absolutely love it. And so I've got this part and then some of the red here. Now this is fraught with unexpected adjustments. Like I don't know. I guess I can't count. But the color palette for this, I love this. This is Gloriana Old Gold, Gloriana Red, Black Cherry, Gloriana Thistle Green. I'm going to tell you this because somebody will ask if I don't tell you. And Gloriana Coffee Bean. And I hope I have enough of that to finish. So the Blackbird Designs, this particular pattern, I think I have it on my desk. Oh, I do. This pattern has more muted color palette, and mine's just a little bit more intense in color. I was going to work on this at the first Thursday meetup, but I left my bag at home that had my thread my needles, my scissors, and my glasses. So I didn't work on this, but it went on a ride with me to the store. So I've been working on this one, and this is one of my Stitch 9 challenge pieces. So, and I have this one and 2 more Stitch 9. One of them is a Palavon, and I was really struggling with what I was going to do with that Palavon, if I was even going to finish it. But I am, because I had an epiphany of how I'm going to finish it. And thank you for your feedback in the last video on the Palavon that I was sort of mounted on the archway. It was just too big, and you all told me what I was feeling, so thank you for your feedback. I'm going to take that apart and frame it. Really appreciate the feedback on that. And then, so because that first Thursday I did not have my stuff for Christmas garden, I worked on English garden, and I did take this with me because the last 2 times I've been down there, Janine's asked about it, and I haven't had it with me. So I took the top of the key snap off of this for you. I worked on this part of the border, down this half, and then over here. And I worked on it a little bit last night as well. And this is one of those projects where the more you work on it, it's just, I just love working on this. Love the colors. This is being stitched on vintage Tundra, Lakeside Lindens, and 40 count, I'm sure. So I love it. I've been stitching on that. And life's been busy, so honestly, I haven't stitched as much as I wanted to lately. So when I was down at Acorns and Threads, oh, I didn't show you my threads from that project. Oh, flash. These colors are fantastic. And the English Garden is by Sampler's Not Forgotten, and she is becoming my very favorite designer. I have a few things. I'm stitching on a few projects. I didn't connect that they were all her, but she is absolutely my aesthetic. And I have a little stitchy bob from Kelly at That's So Kelly. This is so handy. I just open this up at night, throw my threads on there, and I can swivel this one out so I can have them all on there, and then, you know, it doesn't fall off. So it's nice. I can put this away at night and not just hog the end table between my chair and my husband's chair and, you know, get in his way. So that's that. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about some stash, and I'll show you some bags. Okay, so when I was at Acorns and Threads, this beautiful thing jumped into my basket. This is Blue Flower. Night Walked Down. And now I'll take this out. Now, when I think night, I think of like a blue fabric, like a dark fabric, which means I will probably have to change some colors on this. But this is a fantastic pattern. Night walked down the sky with the moon in her hand. And this peacock, you guys, isn't that gorgeous? I don't know. I might just choose a darker, like a, maybe not brown, maybe like a dark brown and not a blue. I haven't given it enough thought. And then this, I could not buy this fast enough. This is Beth Twist. This is her first attempt at a Biscornu. Come on, you guys. This is like, I don't know, next level Biscornu. This is gorgeous, the top and the bottom. But I love a geometric design that also has flair. So she really, Beth did a fantastic job with this pattern. I loved it. I picked up Blackbird Fractor. I can't remember, where did I get this? I don't know, but I love fractors. Love fractors, and I think Lori Texalis and I really kind of have an affinity for them. I wouldn't mind doing some design work with fractors. When I was a kid in school, like middle school, we took some art classes and we learned calligraphy. So I'd have to practice now, but I just love that kind of scrolly Pennsylvania Dutch, like watercolor, pen and ink type of artistry. I picked up St. Nick's Berry from Erica Michaels. Isn't he? Look at the buffalo check he's wearing. He's adorable. And then I also picked this up from Beth. This is Always in My Heart Remembrance Sampler. So she showed these on a video. I think she has another one. These are her grandmothers, remembering her grandmothers. I especially like this one with the basket. I just think it's beautiful. This one jumped in my cart. Did I get this from Teresa? I can't remember where I got these. Anyway, it's a Brenda Gervais with, I have one of these Tim Holtz. Sorry, I have to take this out of the, too much glare on this one. This is one of those Tim Holtz empty pocket watch things. But isn't this cute? And that pumpkin head and the cat, they're all adorable. But it would be easy to make these and pop them in and out. You could change them. I think it's just fun. I guess you can make it like, you can make it bigger and make maybe an ornament, or you can finish it a lot of different ways. And then I have Chessie and Me, a gentlewoman stitch box. So I love little accoutrements, little sewing things. I think they're fun. And I love Chessie and Me. And I also picked up Birds of the Feather. These crack me up. Oh, the Halloween ones. The head, that pumpkin head with a little teeny body. Carrying pumpkins. And a pumpkin head on a cat. Oops, sorry you guys if I make you dizzy. Pumpkin head on a cat. And I got this from eBay. This is pulled out of a magazine. I usually don't pick those up, but I really, really liked this. It reminds me of the Love of Two Hearts by Long Dog that I have been stitching for my husband and I for an anniversary sampler. And this would be something I could stitch and put next to it on the wall. I picked up, I have resisted this since it came out because I already have Christmas Garden, but what I don't have is, oh please, I do not have this. Blessings Be Thine. And then I've seen this stitched. This is gorgeous. And I think it's stitched in silk. Oh, I've seen it stitched in silk. It's just very, very pretty. And the other thing I think I'm going to do, I was chatting with somebody at Acorns and Threads, is I think I'm going to take the stockings and put them together and make a sampler out of it. So there'll be some remapping that'll happen. But that would be really cute because I think there's 4 stockings total. So I got that. So the last time I was at Acorns and Threads, I picked this up and put it down. I picked it up and put it down, and I've seen it on Instagram, and I have not stitched anything on perforated paper, but I could not get this cat out of my head. It sort of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, but it's the colors are fantastic. So I picked that up because this is one of those things where they'll probably release, I think they released 4 last year and 4 this year. So it's something that may not always be available. And I've never bought a Mill Hill kit, so I bought this one. It goes with it. Isn't that cute with the little kids? And then one more with the haunted house. It's Wanda's Wands. And I love the colors on that one. And last, I picked up some 46 count Aztec Red, fat 1/8. Great. I can just see a Stacy Nash on this, or Brenda Gervais. And then I picked up some Lakeside Old Navy Bean. So this is a fantastic kind of a neutral, it has a tinge of gray to it. So that's a great one. That's my stash. There's enough. Hey, all of you who loved the Stampler video last time, I have enough to do a second one. So I'll probably do a part 2 on that if you like samplers. Oh, I also got these. These came in the mail. Linda Jo hooked me up with some zippers to make more bags. So let me show you what I have for bags. And then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell them on Instagram. I have a stitch page, a page where I'm going to feature things that I have made and I'm selling. It will be Kindred Stitcher Designs is the name of the Instagram page. and I'm going to just go through PayPal. So I will take the first person who shows up in the comment, and you'll need to message me, private message me through Instagram with your PayPal address and your zip code. Then I'll figure out shipping and we'll invoice you, and you'll have 24 hours to pay. And if you don't pay, I will move to the next person, because nobody has time for this. This is not my full-time job. I made bags to really basically sew down my stash because I was bursting at the seams with fabric. So here's the first one, and these will all be numbered. This has a yellow inside. This is a fun batik. And these are all around 14 or 15 by 12 or 13. Now, they're not all exactly the same because sometimes the cut of fabric I had, I would make it a little bigger, a little smaller, depending on how much I could get out of each yard of fabric. Second one, yellow zipper instead of a purple one, yellow inside. This one actually has two colors of yellow on the inside. It's really cute. A little scrappier. All my bags have this pull. This is a safety pin that's got buttons on it. Another one with a purple zipper, yellow inside. Pumpkins, cute, huh? Orange inside. Second pumpkins, checked inside. Gray pumpkins, white zipper, polka dot inside. And all of these, I have two more of these, and they all have the same inside. One has a black zipper and one has a gray zipper. So I have black, gray, and white zippers. This one, I showed this on Instagram. People loved this color. Isn't this fantastic fabric? That almost looks like an angel, doesn't it? Great fabric. This one has checked inside. I think this one has green. Oh, this one also has checked inside. I have a few of the, where's the other? I'm missing one. I don't know where I set it. Well, there will be another one. There's so I have some that are lighter, more springier or summery. Pink. I have some French General fabric that I've been teasing people with on Instagram. There's this one. Isn't this gorgeous? Polka dot inside. Green with purple. Oops, sorry. Purple inside. Okay, those are $30, and they are around 14-15 by around 12-13. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bigger bags, and they're pieced. So these are part of, I had some orphaned quilt blocks that I went ahead and made into bags. These are more like 17.5 by 14.5. This one actually has two colors of fabric around it. And it has a green, an orange kind of, I don't know, Halloweenish floral fabric. And these will be 45. So they're big bags, and there's a lot of work that goes into making these bags. A lot of man hours. So this one also has two colors of fabric, and it has the same interior. Look at the little pumpkins on there. Isn't that cute? This one, I have one of a kind with this. This has the green on it, and with the witches and ghosts. Green interior. It's the only one I have with green, like that. I may keep this one, because look at that cat. I have not yet decided. This one may not get posted. We'll see. has the checked interior, which I love that fabric. I wish I had more, but I bought that fabric years ago. This one with some pumpkins. Orange inside. This one, this is a cute witch right there. Speckled polka dot on the inside, and this is purple, same purple all the way around. This one has menagerie of ghosts and witches and everybody. Black zipper, polka dot inside. Oops, I didn't shut the clasp on that one. And then this one is this fantastic Halloween fabric on the outside and polka dotty speckled on the inside. This is front and back. I have a lot of this fabric. So I will have a second round of bags that I'll post that are, a lot of them will be this fabric on the outside, and they'll be both sizes. So the big ones are 45. And for the amount of time and effort that goes into those bags, that's actually a pretty decent price. So check out my Instagram page. I will try to post this before I get all my things posted on Instagram. And again, that's Kindred Stitcher D-Stash, paid through PayPal only, shipped to the US only. That might change in the future, just depends. But for right now, this is my first time, and I'm trying to figure out the best system. So let me look at my list here. I think I've got everything. Let's see what's coming up in the future. I have a stitching meetup at my house at the end of the month. In October, I'm going to the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat in Amana, Iowa, with a lot of other people. It's going to be fun. I've never been to Iowa. And what else is going on? And then in November, I'm going to Fall Fling at Acorns and Threads with Lori. Lori and I are both going to the Iowa retreat and the retreat at Acorns and Threads. And then it's December and it's Christmas, and then we start all over again. So I think that's it for today. I feel like I've talked a million miles an hour. It's so great to see you all. I hope you have a great rest of the month and that you enjoy the transition into the fall season. I hope that you have lots of time to work on all the stitching that you want to work on, and we will talk with you next time. Thanks. Bye.